Hi, welcome to week 1 of your Advanced Computers 2 course. I'm Sarah Davis. I will be your instructor for the next 10 weeks. I wanted to start off by going over a few things in Canvas with you before we look at this week's material. So the first thing that I wanted to make sure to point out to you is where to find the syllabus in the course. So you can just click on syllabus here and it's going to pull up obviously the syllabus, and it's going to kind of go through and tell you what to expect, what's coming up and things like that. One important thing that I wanted to point out to you is that we are going to be spending more than 1 week per chapter. So as you look through this and you look at, for example, the readings, know that you're not doing the entire chapter the first week. So wanted to point that out to you. In addition, it's going to kind of go through and tell you what activities you're going to find in that section, as well as your different assignments and what's going to be graded. So all of that is listed on the syllabus each week. The other thing I wanted to point out was the announcements section. In the announcements, you're going to find my contact information, as well as information about just course and work in general and the attendance requirements. And then each week there'll be a weekly announcement from me that'll kind of summarize what we're going to be doing. Finally, I wanted to point out in the modules section where you can find a lot of things. So the first thing is in week 1 and 2, you're going to have access to the textbook. So even if you don't have the physical textbook yet, you can get the textbook chapters here and you can go ahead and get started on everything. So make sure that you go there and check that out. Also, From the Instructor section is going to be very important each week. When you click on From the Instructor, there's going to be 2 things that you're going to find. One is a PowerPoint that is about this particular week. So that's what you see here. The other thing that you're going to find is a link to this video. So it's not there yet this week because I'm making it. So once I have it completed, it'll be listed here as well. So I'm going to be sending this week's video to you in an email, but for the next, all the other weeks, you'll want to look here to find this video. So every week you're going to find a video under From the Instructor where I kind of go over any questions, problems, and as well as the material. So just wanted to point that out to you as well. And finally, you'll see the sections for both the assignment and the quiz, as well as the discussion post. So you'll need to make sure you turn in all 3 of these things each week. These are the 3 things that are for a grade. Most important to start with this week is the discussion, because you must post a response to this discussion by Wednesday. So you have to have your initial post every week by Wednesday. It needs to be about 200 words. So make sure you complete that by Wednesday. Then you're going to post 2 replies to other students by Sunday. So you'll have a total of 3 posts each week. So that is going to be the first thing that's required to be turned in, is your discussion post. And then you'll be doing your assignment and your quiz as well. I always recommend you do your assignment before you attempt the quiz. Obviously, the quiz is going to be over the material that's covered in the assignment. So those are just some things I wanted to point out to you in Canvas. Now let's take a quick peek at this week's PowerPoint. So let me just scooch this over a little bit. So this is the PowerPoint for this week. This week we are covering the Excel portion, chapter 1, and it's going to just kind of go through at the very beginning of all the different uses for Excel. Honestly, I use Excel every single day. There's not a single day that goes by in my job where I don't have Excel open. So there's just going to talk to you a little bit about all of the different things that you can find in the window, the Excel window itself, and then what to do with it. So we're going to go through those objectives on the first couple of slides, and then it's going to go through an introduction to a spreadsheet. So what is a spreadsheet? What can we do in a spreadsheet? What's it useful for? Probably the most important thing is that, we're collecting data. It's a great place to collect data, a great place to put formulas. You can make one change and it'll automatically recalculate your results, things like that. So it's an awesome tool. Like I said, I use it literally every single day with my current job. And then you're going to go through and you're going to actually explore Excel. You're going to be looking at some of the definitions, things like what is a worksheet, what is a workbook, and then the actual window itself. So we're going to walk you through all the little parts and pieces of Excel. So that is what you're going to find in the first part of week 1. Now, as you go through this PowerPoint, I want you to focus on the slides up through slide 37. So once you get to slide 37, that's the end of this week's material. The rest is going to be covered in week 2. I realize that Excel, it might be very different for some of you, but as I said, it is such an awesome tool. So it's very important that you understand how to use it. So I really, really encourage you to reach out to me if you have problems as you're working through it. So make sure that you use my contact information. Call me, email me, text me, whatever you need. And then that way we can set up a time for me to help you. So if there's anything at all you need, please make sure that you reach out. And I hope you have a great week.